Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. Today I'm discussing some recommendations, some ideas. If you're getting into older mob movies, maybe you like something like Goodfellas or The Godfather. And I have both here. I've got my cool Steelbook and my Blu-ray. I want to upgrade this, but y'all have to tell me in the comments which of these you like better. These are often considered the two kind of titans of that genre. But I had just watched Bronx Tale, which I hadn't seen in many years. Great De Niro directed and acted film that you have to see. And I thought to myself, well, let's go back for people that maybe are really serious about this genre and they want to learn some history, they want to get into some older films. And the very best place to start, just getting into that real old black and white stuff from the 30s. Two things from the Criterion Collection. If you're into classic films, or if you follow me, you've probably heard of the Criterion Collection, boutique label. Okay, they make really nice releases. You've probably heard of Scarface, the remake if nothing else, with Al Pacino, great De Palma film. But you got to see the Paul Mooney, the original from the 30s. It's still an incredible performance from Paul Mooney as that character. That's a little different, right? It's it's not the same location, but it's the same idea. And then you got the Roaring Twenties. And this has two main characters that are really important to this genre. One of them is Humphrey Bogart in kind of a supporting role. But the other is James Cagney, who was very important in films like The Public Enemy, which I also recommend. The Public Enemy is great. And James Cagney did a phenomenal job in these gangster films. Okay, but even farther back than that, if you want to go a little bit farther back, and I suggest you do, there's a film, it's about 17 minutes long, depending. I think some YouTube versions have 16, 17, 18 minutes. Now, this is a 1912 film. And it was directed by D.W. Griffith, D.W. Griffith was a real pioneer in motion pictures. He is partially responsible for why we have so many narratives and things that, conventions in cinema that we wouldn't have otherwise. But he did one called The Musketeers of Pig Alley. Okay, The Musketeers of Pig Alley. And Martin Scorsese, of course, the great director who has directed plenty of kinds of films, but he's very well known for his gangster films. I have heard different descriptions of that from the director, and he said in an NPR talk, you can go look on NPR. He said this film is one of the dozens of one reel films that Griffith made in 1912. It's a remarkable film called The Musketeers of Pig Alley, commonly referred to as the first gangster film, and it's actually a great Lower East Side New York street film. All right, and there's another that I haven't watched from 1906 called The Black Hand. The Black Hand. You can maybe check into that, but I really encourage you, if you are into any of these gangster films, go spend the 17 minutes or whatever with The Musketeers of Pig Alley. It's actually kind of entertaining, and I think it'll give you some ideas. But if you look at the films that I just mentioned, those actors, those films are going to give you a big springboard for lots of old, really interesting gangster films. Another name you might want to look into is Edwin Robinson, who's probably most famous for his Double Indemnity role, but he was in lots of old gangster movies too. So those are some ideas. I wanted to hear your ideas for your favorite gangster movies that you want to share for people that are looking more into this genre. Thanks for watching. Click that thumbs up button, and we'll see you next time at Cody in the Cinema.